soul of the waves, they keep chasing after me.
Hello there guys, welcome to Dino's Vault and welcome to my quick fire first look walk around video of the sensational KTM RC 125. Yes, this is a moment of joy for all you hardcore RC fanboys who thought that the RC 200 or the RC 390 was a little too expensive, a little inaccessible, but you were always in love with the machines. Then this is the just right kind of bike for you guys, because KTM have just thrown the party open by offering the most affordable RC in our market, the RC 125. Now make no mistake, there is no compromise whatsoever, and that's exactly what we expect when the branding reads KTM. Usually they never compromise in terms of equipment, in terms of performance, in terms of features. They just give every motorcycle of theirs everything that they've got, and that's what has made KTM synonymous with top of the class performance in the entry level premium sport bike segment, something that has redefined performance and value for money here in our market, that has completely thrown open and allowed the younger generation to experience the true racing culture in its actual form. So what does the baby RC 125 have on offer? Now powering this machine is the same power plant carried forward from the Duke 125, the 124.7cc single cylinder liquid cooled fuel injected engine that puts out 14.5 PS of max power and 12 Newton meters of max torque. We get a 6-speed gearbox. So I am really looking forward to getting my hands on this bike to see how well it rides and whether it tries to match its smoking hot looks with its smoking hot performance. So we never be disappointed when we are riding a KTM when it comes to performance or the thrill or the excitement or the adrenaline rush. So I'm pretty damn sure this will live up or maybe even slightly exceed the expectations of the enthusiasts out there. I love the design. You can see the sharpshooter design, but what really stands out here is the new MotoGP RC16 inspired race livery that ensures that the sharpshooter design, all the cuts and creases, the sharp and edgy design concept of the RC truly comes alive because of this new, more vivid and vibrant paint scheme. And if you thought that the orange one looks smoking hot, then wait until you see the white color one. It looks absolutely sinister. Now I've talked about the power plant. Just look at the quality of paint. It looks very well finished, very top class premium quality paint has been used. I love the attention to detail. You can see the KTM branding on the handle grips, and everything is top notch and carried forward as it is from the RC elder siblings like the RC 390 and the RC 200, and that's why you see the price tag being slightly heftier than it should be. So you guys complaining that the price is a little on the higher side, you should also realize that KTM have made no compromise whatsoever when it comes to equipment. You get the dual projector headlamps that are the most powerful and offer the best light spread in the entire entry-level category, entry-level premium sport category. Then you have this really sinister looking LED position lamps that look absolutely stunning when they come on. Then you have a large 300 mm front disc, and we do get single channel ABS, which means ABS is operational only on the front wheel. The orange wheels really instill all the orange venom into your veins and sinews. So let me quickly do a quick 360-degree walk around, show you how beautifully sculpted this monster machine is. We have the Underbelly exhaust, signature Underbelly exhaust that premiered with the Duke. So that sounds great. I'll try and give you the exhaust note as well. We get a 230 mm rear disc. We do have speed sensors at the back, but it doesn't mean it's a dual channel ABS unit. It is a single channel ABS, but it has speed sensor up front as well as at the back, just to offer that extra bit of precision when it comes to distributing the braking force to the front wheel. So you can see how beautifully the tail lamp lights up each time you hit the brakes. And this new orange and black paint scheme, it just is absolutely ravishing. There's no doubt about it. The integrated turn indicators look absolutely fabulous. One thing to note, we don't get adjustable levers. Now I know I might sound a bit too greedy for the kind of price tag, but still adjustable levers would have, been the icing on the cake, such that we can adjust the clutch and the brake levers as per our finger reach. The digital cockpit, one of the most well equipped digital cockpits in the entire segment. So you have to turn on the engine switch for the display to come on, and it has all the regular display, regular information. We've seen this console before, but just for you guys' sake, I'll just run you through quickly the trip meters and the odometer, and then you have the average speed, average fuel consumption, the range, and other information. So that's about the digital console. The low set clip-on handlebars give you a typical super sport stance. So the ideal super sport machine is here. The ideal starter super sport machine is here. It has a very good quality seat, double kind of padding given here, extra bit of padding to make the rider feel comfortable. You have adequate space for the rider to move around and position himself, set himself up for the upcoming corners. Then you have the foam, the precision molded foam that almost looks like a rear cowl. Switchgear is of good quality. As I told you, the seats are great. The lights are beautiful as well. Let me turn it on for you. This tail lamp console is something that you can die for. I mean, so beautifully laid out, and the design has always been well ahead of its time, which is why even after being around for so many years, you don't feel that it's outdated. Look at the sharpshooter design, perfectly sorted out aerodynamics that allows you to cut through the air like an arrow, that allows the rider and the machine to become one unstoppable force, be it on the racetrack or on the city streets or on the highways. Another good thing that I like about the motorcycle is clever inclusions. You can see these protectors for the rear shock, just like what we get for the RC 390 or even the 200. The rear shock gets mud protectors such that dust doesn't accumulate in here. So that is a very clever inclusion, and that has not been done away with just to cut costs. So glad that they have retained it even for the RC 125. The frame painted in black, the steel trellis frame, is undoubtedly the best in segment to offer best in class handling characteristics. Everything in here screams quality. Look at the detailing on the gear lever, the KTM branding. Then you have the racing KTM insignia. Tank capacity is 9.5 liters. Just in case you're wondering why the puny little tank, well, that's because racing is all about being lightweight and rigidity. So the lesser the weight, the faster you go. So it's been carried forward as it is, the silhouette from the RC 390. So that gets a 9.5 liter tank. So this one gets that as well. Now this is something your parents will not hesitate to buy you, because it's not over powerful, over aggressive. At the same time, it's a lot more affordable as well. And this is something that you can consider as the ideal starter bike if you want to get started in the super sport biking culture. So that's pretty much it. This was just a quick fire overview. So this is again a racetrack focused machine. This is not something that you'll enjoy day to day. So this offers an authentic super sport ergonomics. So be sure of what you're getting. If you prefer the super sport stance or super sport riding posture, so you can go ahead with this without a hesitation or without a shadow of a doubt. And if you're looking for comfort, then that is something that you'll get used to over time after using this bike for a while and finding the right kind of seating posture. You can watch my dedicated video where I talk about how to position yourself on super sport machines such that you don't end up getting back pain or wrist pain. I'll leave a link to that video in the description portion below. The tank, the way it's painted, the orange really puts a smile on my face, and the black blends perfectly well, and you can clearly make out the Red Bull design or the color theme being depicted on this, which is why you can see even in the promo they are mentioning that it carries the MotoGP genes. It's not just the livery, it's not just the paint scheme, it's also the performance that it brings forth unadulterated or unchanged. So that is something you can be rest assured about. We still do get the upside down 43 mm front forks that offer a superb front end feel, and the rear monoshock supports the chassis perfectly well even when we're doing higher speeds. I can't wait to get my hands on this bike. I'm sure it will ride just as much as beautifully as it looks. And yes, we get a 150 section rear tire, so that's what I like about KTM. They never compromise in terms of anything, in terms of features or in terms of equipment. Now KTM continue to dominate the Moto3 segment of the MotoGP, and this motorcycle gets all its engineering, all its technology derived straight from their Moto3 machines, which is why you can see flawless racing performance being clearly evident at the very first glance of this motorcycle. And those of you looking for grab rails, you can always see that we get concealed grab rails here. So it's a beautifully designed bike, unlike anything we had ever seen before when the RC390 and the RC200 first came out. So that's what makes this bike so special. So this, I believe, concludes my quick fire walk around of the RC125. I love the swing arm. How can I end this video without mentioning the beautiful aluminum swing arm that lends the bike perfect stability while cornering, as well as superb straight line stability while doing higher speeds. So I guess that's pretty much it. This concludes my review of the KTM RC125. This is just a walk around review. I'll be bringing you my detailed first ride review soon, so please stay tuned for that. Until next time, this is Dino saying ciao. Take care, God bless, and ride safe.